Hey there, guys. How's it going there, guys? Hope you're having a really good day wherever you are. Jeremy here, Consciousness Awake. I want to do a very important video. I want to talk about some of my own personal experiences with getting implanted in my energy bodies. I just call them astral or etheric implants because from what I've noticed and experienced, there is some form of manipulation. There are other beings with certain motives, intentions, and I'm not saying like every being that implants you has horrible intentions or is trying to turn you into a slave or something like that. No, or trying to harm you in some way. But there most likely are some that have negative intentions. But there's also implants done in our energy bodies that don't have bad intentions. So I wanted to definitely make that clear. I'm not trying to propagate fear. I'm not fear-mongering or anything like that. I just want to talk about something that's real. It's just the larger reality system picture. It's just something that goes on. It goes on with many of us. Most of us are unaware of it happening. For me, there's been just many situations, multitudes of experiences that involve me being consciously aware during the process of an implant. So let's go back to the last time it happened for me a few weeks ago, where I was consciously aware of it, and let me just explain word for word, best way I can, how that experience was for myself. And also, there's other people here in the Consciousness Wake community and on other people's channels who have clearly stated that on multiple occasions they've been experiencing implants into their etheric or their astral bodies, not necessarily just like their human body. Now, there are implants that involve the physical body and the human body too. Also, but this video is focused on the etheric astral energy body implants done by other beings who are part of the etheric or astral realms. Okay, so also just wanted to make that clear. So with my experience a few weeks ago, what happened was I was in what you would call like a semi-conscious OBE state, where I knew I was out of body, but I guess for whatever reason I was just really low on energy. I wasn't really interested in exploring and in having a full-on OBE. So I kind of was like ignoring it in a way. So I was kind of spontaneously working my way into it. But I just wasn't in the mood. Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't feel like dealing with it, and we just want to walk away from it. So I was kind of in one of those mind states, low on energy. But then, as I'm sitting there, becoming more and more conscious and awake during this time, I feel like this pressure, poking sensation, pressure, and on my back, on my lower back area, by the spine. It'd be, I guess, like maybe the third chakra up or something like that. And because remember, our chakra systems run, front back. It's not just, they're not just on the front of your body; they go through to the back of your body too. And that's what it felt like. And so there was some kind of manipulation going on there. And I turned my energy body head. Because I'm in out of body state, I turned my energy body head to the right like this to see what this pressure sensation is on my back. And that's when I see a being, just a regular looking being, just, human-like appearance, and they have this really large metallic, like gun-looking thing or syringe-looking thing, something to inject with, like to inject little, implants with, or little chips and stuff. And so the gun's maybe like maybe like 18 inches long, kind of bulky, and it's got like a handle on it. And then so what I noticed is this gun in this person's, this other being's arm, operating this metallic syringe-looking thing, going to my back, right, to do to do something else, or to implant me with something into my energy body, not into my human body. And sorry, I think I'm sitting too close to the microphone. Sorry, guys. And where was I? Oh, so what happens is that I'm becoming more and more consciously aware, and then I start freaking out, right? But not to kind of freak out while you're in OBE, you're freaking out, and you're like, oh, I just want to go back to my body. No, I was like grounding myself and waking up more and more in the OBE, because I wanted to like figure out who this being was and who was trying to manipulate or do things, good or bad, to my energy body. It's kind of an uneasy feeling, And so I actually then I moved my right arm, my right energy arm, while in OBE, and I go like this, and I kind of swing at this being, right, as they're doing this, and then the being, for whatever reason, this big metallic gun syringe looking thing, he kind of comes down, and it goes into my energy body, right leg, right above the knee area or so, and it goes down like this, right into my leg, and I could see him pushing down on some kind of lever or something. Him, because it looked like a guy, a man, humanoid looking being. I was a man, and then it injects into my leg. So I think it was, I don't think it was obviously supposed to go into my leg. I'm just saying, like, from me moving my arm, something happened, and it went there. So when it went down into my leg, I had a visual, while OBE, a visual of it actually going in and seeing how they were putting the implant in. Really crazy. And I've seen that before. There's been a few times where I've actually like seen the device that's like injecting, the implants. I believe that there's many reasons why this is happening, good and bad. And I also believe that one of the reasons why they implant our energy bodies, our etheric energy body, or astral energy body, or humans for that matter, is to regulate and control our frequencies. So it like kind of so if they see, if they notice that there's certain consciousness beings that are maybe I don't know, maybe getting too close to certain information, getting out of body too much. I really don't know what it would be that would motivate that aspect of trying to manipulate people's frequencies. I'd only imagine it's just to make sure that we're in a certain vibration, a certain frequency range, that we don't get to a certain point. I really don't know. I do feel like there's spiritual suppression involved with all of this, and control. I also believe that there's many different types of reptilians in the multiverse. There's different ones. There's good ones. There's bad ones. I also get the inclination to believe for myself, or in my opinion at least, that some of these implantations into our energy bodies or human bodies are orchestrated and done by certain types of reptilian. And I'm assuming that reptilian is in 4D, in the etheric plane, and that they exist kind of all around us in different areas of the multiverse. But some of them exist, like I've said before in a video. My belief is that some of these bad, controlling reptilian beings that are in etheric form are actually living below our feet, below this physical reality plane that we're on, part of this frequency. They're below, but they can also go above, So I believe some of it has to do with that. But like I said before, there's different types of implants, and some are good, and not all of them are there to control you or to regulate your frequency. It's real. It's definitely a real thing. I'm not trying to scare people. I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm not trying to tell you guys that astral projection is, some scary thing or anything. It's not. It's astral projection, just part of the evolutionary process of consciousness. Long term. It's a long-term growth process with consciousness. You don't become fully enlightened, overnight or anything. And there's no such thing as actual full-on enlightenment. There's not. I don't buy into that enlightenment stuff. What I buy into is individual people, souls, making the decision to evolve themselves, past the past of the concepts, above the concepts of this current reality, construct that we're in. So without getting off topic here, sorry. Implants, a lot of you guys have been having experiences, and I've had them myself. And also, removing implants. Now, again, it gets tricky because we don't know which ones are good, which ones are bad. It's difficult. But in general, if you just get into a good deep meditation. Remember, consciousness is very powerful. Our minds are very powerful, and so if you get down into a deep meditation, full body relaxation, and you get into a good meditative state, just through consciousness in your mind, and just it's kind of like visualization, imagination, and those kinds of things. It's all mind based, but you have the ability to go in and to disable any implants, or to remove or disable any implants and chips and things in your energy bodies or physical body, to disable something in your physical body, to disable and remove something from one of your energy bodies. Because remember, the way matter operates, the way consciousness operates with matter itself, but in these different dimensions, or more mental planes and astral planes, higher up planes. Let's just look at it that way. The way you approach the matter is different. So disable human body, remove from energy bodies, and it's just a thought. See, it could be there. The possibility of the implants are there. I've experienced implantation while out of body many times. And so how many times did it happen while I wasn't consciously aware of it happening, right? So either I'm just a target, you know what I mean? I'm a big fat target, or it's just a normal kind of thing. It's a lot of people are just unaware of, the unawareness of it. So the real control about the negative intentions with these chips is them is ignorance, is not knowing that they exist, right? That's how you give it the most power and control factor, is you don't even know it's there, but it's happening. The other cool thing, the video is at 15 minutes, guys, so let me say one more thing. And I'll make more videos about this stuff. It just depends on the comments, questions, and how we interact with this stuff, and then that dictates how I do future uploads. So I want to see one more thing here. There have been times in OBE, mainly the etheric body, real time zone, where I can see the physical reality, right, blended in with the next dimension, next layer. And there's been many times where and again, I don't want to scare people, where I'd see like a craft. Usually they're really grayish, blackish. They're usually very dark. Not much lighting on them. They're just so dark, like low key, like incognito. So seeing them with the human eye while you're in the wakeful state is like practically impossible. But when you're in the etheric plane, that's intermeshed and interconnected with the physical plane, you can see it just enough. And what happens is they hover over a house or an apartment building, and it just stays there really briefly, just for a little bit of a little smidge of time, like a minute, whatever. And you can see like little cables, like they almost look like it's arm-like, but it's more actually how about the tentacles, tubes, tentacles. And there's multiple ones that come out of the craft and goes down into the structure, into the apartment building or into the house. And then you see the tentacles just come, they're like almost like energetic tentacles, and they come back up into the ship, and then the ship just takes off like really quick. Or sometimes they'll hover real slow over to like across the street into another neighborhood or something, and then stop. So if you guys have ever seen that while in out-of-body states, please leave it. Maybe you don't want to talk about it in the comments, but email me. If you don't want to talk about it in the comments, please email me. My email's on the description box. All right. So I don't want to go. Yeah, I'm going 18 minutes here. So I hope you guys find the time to watch this whole video and at least watch to the end. Okay. All right. Peace.